Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. Today I'm sharing top 11 thriller movies you can stream this May 2025 on Netflix, HBO Max, and Prime Video. These films are perfect if you're into suspense, mystery, and those nail-biting moments that keep you guessing. I've picked some of the best thrillers available right now that you definitely don't want to miss. Let's jump right into it. Number 11. Den of Thieves II Pantera. Den of Thieves II Pantera, directed by Christian Gudegast, is a gritty and high-stakes crime thriller that continues the saga of rogue cop Nick O'Brien with brutal precision and international scale. The story picks up with Detective Nick O'Brien, Gerard Butler, still reeling from personal and professional fallout, now tracking master thief Donnie Wilson, O'Shea Jackson Jr. to Europe. Donnie has become entangled with a deadly crime syndicate known as Panther, planning an audacious diamond heist in the heart of Europe. As Nick closes in, he navigates a maze of shifting loyalties and brutal criminal codes, setting the stage for a cat-and-mouse chase that blurs the lines between justice and vengeance. Gerard Butler returns with grim resolve, once again embracing his role as the relentless and morally complex Big Nick. O'Shea Jackson Jr. brings added depth to Donnie, now sharper and more calculated than ever. New additions like Evan Ahmad and Salvatore Esposito infuse the story with fresh energy and menace, enhancing the dynamic between predator and prey. Their performances help anchor the film's darker, more international flavor. Critics have responded with generally favorable reviews, noting the film's improved pacing, tighter set pieces, and a more stylized European aesthetic. While Pantera doesn't completely reinvent the genre, it builds on the first film's strengths and offers a gritty, satisfying ride for fans of heist thrillers. It's a leaner, meaner follow-up that proves this franchise still has plenty of firepower left. Number 10. AKA, directed by Morgan S. Dalibert, is a gritty French crime thriller that dives deep into the dangerous world of undercover operations. With its dark tone and tight pacing, the film blends action and espionage into a character-driven narrative that explores loyalty, identity, and moral ambiguity. The story centers on Adam Franco, played by Albin Lenoir, a battle-hardened black ops specialist assigned to infiltrate a crime syndicate tied to international terrorism. As Franco embeds himself deeper into the organization, he finds himself forming an unexpected bond with the gang leader's young son, an emotional connection that begins to blur his professional judgment. Tension builds as he is forced to choose between duty and conscience, all while navigating a volatile criminal underworld that could collapse at any moment. Albin Lenoir delivers a restrained yet powerful performance, carrying the film with a quiet intensity that mirrors the internal conflict of his character. His physical presence fits the role, but it's the emotional undercurrents that give Franco depth. Eric Cantona adds a commanding presence as Victor Pastore, the crime boss whose charisma and menace anchor the criminal side of the narrative. With its emotional core and sharp tension, AKA is a slow-burning, atmospheric ride that satisfies fans of both European thrillers and character-driven action. Number 9. All I See Is You. All I See Is You, directed by Mark Forster, is a psychological drama thriller that explores themes of perception, control, and identity through a visually striking lens. Known for his work on Finding Neverland and Monsters Ball, Forster brings a delicate but unsettling touch to this intimate story. The story follows Gina, Blake Lively, a woman who has been blind since childhood and lives in Bangkok with her husband James, Jason Clarke. Their marriage appears stable, shaped by routine and deep interdependence. When Gina undergoes a groundbreaking surgery that restores her sight in one eye, her world opens up, and so do questions about her life, her marriage, and her own sense of self. As she begins to see more clearly, both literally and metaphorically, tensions rise in ways that neither Gina nor James could have predicted. Blake Lively gives a layered and affecting performance as Gina, capturing both the vulnerability and quiet strength of a woman rediscovering her identity. Jason Clarke complements her well, portraying James as both caring and subtly possessive, hinting at deeper insecurities that surface as Gina becomes more independent. Their chemistry adds tension to the slow unraveling of their dynamic, and the supporting cast, including Yvonne Strahovski and Danny Huston, adds further depth to the world they inhabit. All I See Is You may not follow a conventional narrative arc, but its exploration of perception and power makes it a unique and quietly haunting viewing experience. Number 8. Restless. Restless, directed by Régis Blondeau, is a fast-paced French action thriller that plunges viewers into a world of moral compromise, escalating tension, and relentless danger. Adapted from the 2014 South Korean film A Hard Day, the movie marks Blondeau's entry into high-octane filmmaking with a slick visual style and tight pacing. The story follows Thomas, Frank Gastambide, a corrupt police officer whose world spirals out of control after a hit-and-run accident on the day of his mother's funeral. Attempting to cover up the crime, Thomas stashes the body in a highly unusual place, only to find himself stalked and blackmailed by a mysterious figure who seems to know everything. What follows is a nerve-wracking series of twists as Thomas tries to outmaneuver his unknown tormentor while keeping his own secrets buried. Frank Gastambide anchors the film with a brooding performance that conveys both desperation and cunning. His portrayal of Thomas feels grounded and human, even as the character's choices become more morally murky. Supporting actors Simon Abkarian and Michael Abitaboul add tension and unpredictability to the plot, each playing characters who complicate Thomas's already volatile situation. It's a sharp, efficient thriller that delivers exactly what it promises: suspense, action, and no time to breathe. Number 7. It Follows. It Follows, directed by David Robert Mitchell, is a modern horror thriller that blends eerie atmosphere with psychological dread to create a uniquely unsettling experience. With a minimalist style and a haunting score, Mitchell crafts a story that feels timeless yet fresh, echoing the slow-burn terror of vintage horror while offering a disturbing concept that taps into primal fears. The story centers on Jay Maika Monroe, a college student whose life changes after a seemingly innocent sexual encounter. She finds herself pursued by a mysterious, shape-shifting entity that can take the form of anyone and moves at a relentless walking pace. The rules are chillingly simple. Once it is passed to you, it never stops following, unless you pass it on to someone else. As Jay and her friends try to understand and escape the curse, paranoia and dread grow with every silent footstep. Maika Monroe delivers a breakout performance, portraying Jay with both vulnerability and quiet resilience. Her portrayal adds emotional depth to the surreal nightmare she's thrust into. The supporting cast, including Keir Gilchrist and Daniel Zavato, offer grounded performances that balance youthful confusion with rising fear. The characters' chemistry feels genuine, which makes the threat feel even more immediate and personal. It's a smart, stylish horror film that sticks with you long after the credits roll, more haunting for what it doesn't explain than what it does. Number 6. The Trial of the Chicago 7. The Trial of the Chicago 7, directed and written by Aaron Sorkin, is a compelling historical legal drama that masterfully blends courtroom tension with political urgency. Known for his sharp dialogue and narrative drive, Sorkin brings to life a pivotal moment in American history with both passion and precision. The plot follows the trial of 7 defendants, activists and organizers accused of inciting riots during the 1968 Democratic National Convention in Chicago. As the government pushes a politically charged case, the film explores how the defendants, each with distinct ideologies and methods, navigate a biased legal system. With flashbacks to the chaotic protests and inner tensions between the accused, the Trial of the Chicago 7 paints a layered portrait of dissent, injustice, and the power of collective resistance. all without spoiling its key revelations. The ensemble cast is stellar. Eddie Redmayne plays Tom Hayden with conviction and restraint, while Sacha Baron Cohen's portrayal of Abby Hoffman adds humor and edge, capturing the spirit of defiant protest. Yahya Abdul-Mateen II stands out as Bobby Seale, injecting the story with urgency and anger. The Trial of the Chicago 7 is not only an engaging legal drama, but also a potent reminder of the cost of protest and the importance of standing up to injustice. It's a thought-provoking, expertly crafted film that resonates beyond its historical setting. Number 5. Rogue City. Rogue City, directed by Olivier Marchal, is a gritty French crime thriller that dives deep into the murky world of law enforcement and organized crime. Known for his background as a former police officer, Marchal brings authenticity and raw tension to this hard-edged tale set in the violence-ridden streets of Marseille. The story follows an elite anti-gang police unit led by Richard Vronsky, Lanik Gautry, who operates on the edge of legality. As gang warfare escalates across Marseille, the unit becomes entangled in a brutal cycle of revenge, cover-ups, and political pressure. When a massacre at a nightclub sends shockwaves through the city, the team faces mounting scrutiny and growing danger from enemies on all sides. As tensions rise, loyalties are tested in a system where trust is a rare commodity. The cast delivers gritty and grounded performances. Lanik Gautry portrays Vronsky with intensity, showing both the strength and wear of a man hardened by the streets. Stanislas Merhar, David Bell, and Karis add layers of complexity to the story, each representing different shades of law enforcement or criminal life. It's a raw, tense thriller that paints a morally ambiguous world, leaving viewers questioning who the real criminals are. Number 4. Funny Games. Funny Games, directed by Michael Haneke, is a chilling psychological thriller that subverts traditional horror movie tropes with a cold, unsettling approach. Known for his provocative filmmaking style, Haneke crafts a film that challenges viewers to confront violence and media consumption in a deeply reflective way. The film is notorious for its slow-building tension and disturbing commentary on cruelty and human nature. The story follows a middle-class family vacationing at their lakeside home, whose peaceful retreat is shattered by the arrival of two polite but sinister young men. What begins as a seemingly harmless encounter quickly devolves into a nightmarish game of cat and mouse, where the boundaries between victim and perpetrator blur. Haneke deliberately strips away conventional thrills to expose the audience's complicity in watching violence unfold, making the experience unsettling on multiple levels. The performances, particularly from the two antagonists, are haunting and unnerving. Arno Frisch and Frank Gearing deliver eerily calm yet menacing portrayals that keep viewers off balance throughout. The family members, played by Susanna Lothar and Ulrich Mühe, bring a naturalistic emotional depth that heightens the horror of their helplessness. The minimalistic cast and setting intensify the claustrophobic, oppressive atmosphere. Critics have praised Funny Games for its bold, uncompromising critique of violence and entertainment, and its innovative storytelling approach. While it's not an easy watch due to its disturbing themes and deliberate pacing, the film is widely regarded as a thought-provoking and impactful work. It stands out as a psychological thriller that forces reflection rather than offering simple scares, making it a unique entry in the genre. Number 3. Jur II. Jur II, directed by Clint Eastwood, is a compelling courtroom thriller that delves into the complexities of justice, morality, and personal responsibility. Known for his masterful storytelling, Eastwood crafts a narrative that challenges the audience's perceptions of right and wrong, all within the confines of a tense legal drama. The story centers on Justin Kemp, Nicholas Holt, a journalist and recovering alcoholic who is called to serve as a juror in a high-profile murder trial. The case involves James Syfe, Gabriel Basso, accused of killing his girlfriend, Kendall Carter. As the trial progresses, Justin realizes that he may have unintentionally caused Kendall's death on the same night, leading to a profound moral dilemma. Should he reveal the truth and risk his own freedom, or remain silent and allow an innocent man to be convicted? Nicholas Hoult delivers a nuanced performance as Justin, capturing the internal conflict and emotional turmoil of a cast, including Toni Collette as prosecutor Faith Killebrew and J.K. Simmons as retired detective Harold, adds. Number 2. Spotlight. Spotlight, directed by Tom McCarthy, is a powerful investigative drama that shines a light on one of the most harrowing real-life scandals in recent history. McCarthy expertly balances the weighty subject matter with compelling storytelling, so that crafting a film that is both deeply moving and intellectually engaging. The movie exemplifies journalism at its finest, relentless, principled, and unafraid to confront uncomfortable truths. The story follows the Boston Globe's Spotlight team, a group of investigative reporters who uncover a massive cover-up involving child abuse by Catholic priests and the systemic failure of the church to address it. The film meticulously depicts the painstaking process of investigative journalism, from chasing leads and interviewing victims to confronting powerful institutions. Its slow-building narrative emphasizes the importance of truth and accountability without resorting to sensationalism. The ensemble cast delivers outstanding performances, led by Michael Keaton as the determined editor Walter Robbie Robinson, and Mark Ruffalo as the persistent reporter Mike Resendiz. Rachel McAdams, Stanley Tucci, and Liev Schreiber round out the team with nuanced portrayals that bring authenticity and gravity to their roles. Their chemistry and dedication elevate the film's emotional impact. Critics have praised Spotlight for its sharp screenplay, measured direction, and respectful handling of a sensitive topic. The film won the Academy Award for Best Picture and Best Original Screenplay, hailed as a masterclass in storytelling and social responsibility. Spotlight remains a compelling, necessary watch, reminding audiences of the vital role of journalism in exposing injustice. Number 1. Inception. Inception, directed by Christopher Nolan, is a mind-bending sci-fi thriller that redefines the boundaries of the genre with its intricate storytelling and stunning visuals. Nolan's visionary direction combines intellectual depth with blockbuster spectacle, delivering a film that challenges viewers to question the nature of reality and dreams. Known for his complex narratives, Nolan crafts a multi-layered experience that remains engaging from start to finish. The story follows Dom Cobb, Leonardo DiCaprio, a skilled extractor who enters people's dreams to steal valuable secrets. Cobb is offered a chance to erase his troubled past by performing an almost impossible task, planting an idea deep within a target's subconscious, a process known as Inception. As Cobb and his team dive through layered dream worlds, they must navigate shifting realities, subconscious defenses, and their own inner demons. The film's elaborate plot unfolds like a puzzle, combining thrilling heist elements with psychological drama, without giving away its key twists. Leonardo DiCaprio delivers a compelling performance as Cobb, capturing the character's emotional vulnerability and determination. The supporting cast, including Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Ellen Page, Tom Hardy, and Ken Watanabe, brings strong performances that balance action and depth. Their interactions add richness to the narrative and help ground the complex story. Critics have praised Inception for its originality, technical mastery, and ambitious storytelling. The film's innovative special effects and Hans Zimmer's unforgettable score have become iconic in cinema. While its complexity demands close attention, Inception rewards viewers with a thought-provoking and thrilling ride, cementing its status as a modern classic in the thriller and sci-fi genres.